Everybody, Legend for Life here, bringing you guys a brand new video. So V-Jump has leaked, and there is a lot of really awesome stuff to talk about. Like, a lot of stuff to talk about. And I am really excited for all of these. I read these while I was waiting for class to start at school, only for class to get canceled. So, yeah, I already kind of have some of my thoughts formulated for most of these, or at least for a lot of these. So let's get on right with this. So first and foremost, there is an alternate artwork of Firewall Dragon already. I don't I don't get it. Like, for every other card that gets an alternate artwork, it's always like a year or two afterward. Heck, Odd Eyes didn't get his first alternate artwork until like pretty much the end of the ArcV series and everything. So I don't get why they're making an alternate artwork form of freaking Firewall Dragon already. It looks like he's in the middle of an attack or something, which it just looks really cool because he's like putting up a firewall and everything. But I just really like that aesthetic. I want this thing already. But however, for actually brand new cards, we have DDD Super Doom King Purplish Armageddon. I feel like they could really have gone with a better word than purplish. It just does not roll off the tongue very well. So he's a level 10 Dark Fiend type Fusion Pendulum monster, effect monster. 3,500 attack, 3k defense, scale 1. Pendulum effect is once per turn before damage calculation when a DDD fusion monster you control battles an opponent's monster, you can have that opponent's monster lose 1,000 attack until the end of this turn. And he needs 2 DD monsters to go into. Sorry, triple D monsters, not DD. So he needs 2 triple D monsters, which is just not too hard to do. I was about to say it's just crazy, but it's not too hard to do at all. Also, can I just say that if you want to try and play like one of every DDD freaking extra deck monster, you're gonna have you're not gonna have enough room at this rate. That's not even accounting for the other stuff that are just better. So you can only use this card's first effect, monster effect, once per turn. So it's a hard once per turn for the first effect, which is you can target in a 1 attack resistant monster your opponent controls, destroy it, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal half its original attack, which is pretty good. That's basically a Focusaurus effect for this thing, which, God, I love this artwork. I wish there was a better resolution of it, but this looks really cool. And is it just me, or is this dragon coming out of, yeah, that's poor placement. Zork all over again, with an O, not an A. That's a different card. Anyways, before damage calculation, when an opponent's monster attacks or is attacked, you can have its attack become its original attack until the end of the damage step. So basically, if you're doing against Zodiacs, you can make the opponent's monster drop to its original attack power, which I believe, technically speaking, is 0 for the Zodiacs. I gotta reread the Zodiac XCs. But however, more importantly, if your opponent uses some sort of attack buff on a card, you can make its attack become its original rather than whatever it's at. Now, obviously, there are times where you don't want to do that. Like, let's say you lower an opponent's monster's attack power or something. But most of the time, you're generally going to want to do it because your opponent's usually going to be raising their monster's attack power if they're doing anything involving attack and defense in any whatsoever form. And then its third effect is, oh hey, if it's destroyed, you can put it in your Pendulum Zone. That's pretty good. I like this card a lot. I mostly like it because you can actually Pendulum Summon it. I like it because it's just really cool. It's a good all-around card. However, I do feel like it doesn't do much for the actual deck. I feel like it's more of a boss monster, but it doesn't support the deck very much. I mean, honestly, its Pendulum effect supports the archetype more than anything else. So, I don't know, I gotta play around with this card on YgoPro or something, but I really like it. I can't wait to see whenever we get the Synchro one, because there's the Synchro and then the Xyz, which we've gotten the Xyz already announced, and then we're getting this guy, and so we're just gotta wait for the Synchro. Speaking of Synchros, Odd Eyes Wing Dragon, the Synchro version of, the Synchro combination of Odd Eyes and Clear Wing, which is freaking awesome. I am so happy we're getting this thing. I can't tell where the head is, but it looks really freaking cool. This card looks so awesome. I love it. I think this is his head here. I can't tell. It might be this. He's so convoluted. He looks like a mech. So level 8, Dark Dragon type Synchro Pendulum effect monster. 3,000 attack power. 2,500 defense. Pendulum scale of 10, which is pretty good. Once per turn before damage calculation, when a monster you control battles an opponent's monster, you can have that monster you control gain attack equal to that opponent's monster's attack until the end of the damage step. So while this thing is in the pendulum scale, it's a once per turn honest. That can be very scary and can really screw with what your opponent wants to do or what they have to do. I really freaking like this card just for that alone. But it gets even better because its monster effect is awesome too. It needs a Dark Tuner and then one non-tuner Clearwing monster. I'm not sure how to feel about this summoning condition because you need Clearwing. You can't even use Crystal Wing, which I guess makes sense because Crystal Wing's the same level as this thing and has the same stats. But one Dark Tuner, so basically they're kind of forcing you to use Tuning Magician and Clearwing, which I don't mind. Also, I don't think you can use Clearwing Fast Dragon because in the manga and well, how it's spelled over in Japan is that there's no space between the clear and the wing. And I think it's like there's like two W's in it. I don't know. Anyways, you can only use either of this card's one or two effect and per turn and only once that turn. So you can't use both, and you can only use it once a turn. You can target one effect monster your opponent controls and negate its effects until the end of this turn. During your player's battle phase, if this card was synchro summoned, you can destroy all level 5 or higher monsters your opponent controls. And then, of course, if it's destroyed in the monster zone, you can put it in your pendulum zone. So, this card is really good. I like it. Being able to negate any effect monster once per turn. I don't think you can use it during your player's turn. Yeah, it doesn't say anywhere on it that you can use it during your player's turn, so that's not all that great for the first effect, but the second effect is pretty scary against certain decks. Oh, hey, if this card was Synchro Summon, you can just pop every level 5 or higher monster your opponent controls. Okay, goodbye every single Monarch my opponent controls. Goodbye every single Cleefort. Every single, I can't think of anything else that play high level monsters. Oh yeah, DDDs. My biggest issue with this, obviously, is that it's coming out after Link format comes out. Or at least in Japan. I don't know. I think we're getting it. I think we're getting the Collector's Pack, or at least the TCG version of the Collector's Pack, a little bit before Links come out. So we'll at least be able to play these guys at full power. The next subscription promos are White Stingray and DDD Super Sight King Zero Maxwell from New York V Manga. Their effects will be revealed next month in V-Jump. That's pretty cool. And also the White Stingray, we're going to... I think that makes sense that they're doing that, considering some of the other cards that have been announced. I think there's like a white archetype. It was played by... There's like this guy in the Arc V manga that I've heard about. I've only read the first volume so far. But he's like he rides a motorcycle, one of the D wheels, and I think that's him right there in the picture. Holy crap. Let's see. Yeah, that's him. I don't remember his name, but he plays like a deck where I think it's called the white archetype, where everything is white, which is just kind of funny. And then there's a new Link monster that's going to be the next V-Jump promo, which is a Link 1 monster called Link Disciple. He kind of looks cool, I guess, kind of. I'm not really sure what to think until we see what he does, but he's on Link 1, which is nice. Now then, for Collector's Pack news. We are finally getting the rest of the Time Lords. Holy crap. I am so happy we are finally getting the Time Lords. This is a deck that a lot of people have been wanting for an incredibly long time, and we are finally getting them. And I think they're still going to be. I think they're going to be pretty good. Heck, if you've ever tried playing like anime matches on YgoPro, you're pretty much almost always going to either run into crap. What are they called? Orichalcos or Time Lords. It's always one of those two. I couldn't remember Orichalcos' name for a second, or like the archetype. Anyway, so the first Time Lord that they have revealed in this particular batch of leaks, Zadion, the Time Lord, level 10 wind fairy type effect monster. So they're all fairies, they're all level 10, they all have 0 attack, 0 defense, they all cannot be special summoned from the deck, they can all be normal summoned without tributing if you control no monsters, they all cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, and you take no battle damage from battles involving them, and then they all shuffle back to the deck during your standby phase. So I'm just going to get out of the way so I can just cover what attribute, their name, and their actual important effect. So Zadion here, who's the wind one, at the end of the battle phase, if this card attacked or was attacked, if your life points was lower than 4,000, your LP becomes 4,000. That is really good because this deck, if like for instance, like oh hey, your opponent tries to decay you and you're left with like 200 life points, you can just normal summon this dude, attack, okay, go back up, just gain 3,800 life points. That's really really good. Then we got Saphion, the Time Lord. This is the water one. And at the end of the battle phase, if this card attacked or was attacked, shuffle all spell or trap cards your opponent controls into the deck. And when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can draw one card. So it kind of sort of pays for itself if something happens, like if your opponent kaijus it or something, which is really, really good. I like that a lot. And then, of course, it has all the other Time Lord stuff. Then we got Camion, the Time Lord, the Earth one. At the end of the battle phase, if this card attacked or was attacked, shuffle one card your opponent controls into the deck, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. Cards and effects cannot be activated in response to this effect's activation. So, if you guys don't know anything about Time Lords, they're very much a slow-paced, beat-down control deck. They don't really do much in terms of, like, actual damage from attacks and stuff, but they do a lot of burn damage, and they can draw a lot, and they can stall a lot. So now that we are finally getting them, and their effects are pretty much the same from the anime, that's the crazy part. I can't wait to see what else we're going to be getting. I hope we get the whole archetype. That'd be really nice, especially the 3 continuous trap cards that let you draw a bunch. If you guys don't know, there's a series of trap cards for this deck in the anime that let you, that I think they all have basically the same effect. Discard a Time Lord, draw one card. Although I think as you like, because the other 2 versions basically let you draw more cards for each discard. Let me double check that actually. Let's go on a YgoPro because I can't remember what the heck it's called, and YgoPro is not wanting to work. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Time Lord. It'd probably help if I turn on anime cards. Oh yeah, the Azeon was announced a while ago. Yeah, I didn't cover him because I just did not have time for all that. Yeah, oh wait, no. Ah, here we go. Non-existence, endless emptiness, and infinite light. Although, I kind of like their original names. Sorry about the interruption, everybody. So, my aunt had to ask me a question. Anyways, I was just talking about those 3 trap cards that are from the anime that Zone, I think was his name, used to basically let him dig through his Time Lord deck a bit faster. They all have some sort of drawing effect by discarding a Time Lord. I hope we get those because that would be really, really good to help out the deck. And let's move on. So more dinosaur support. First and foremost is Giant Rex. Okay. Konami. Do you paleontology? Okay. Does this look like a Rex? No, it does not. That is clearly a Spinosaurus. That is not a T-Rex. That is not any kind of Rex. That is a Spinosaurus. Oh, that bothers me so much. Okay, I love dinosaurs. I thought about being a paleontologist as a kid. I know a lot about dinosaurs. That is not a Rex. That is a Spinosaurus if I've ever seen one. Anyways, Giant Rex. Spinosaurus. I hope they change that name for TCG. But anyways, level 4 Earth Dinosaur type effect monster, 2k attack, 1200 defense. You can only use this card's name's second effect once per turn. First effect is it cannot attack directly. I think that's pretty par for the course for 2k. That's level 4. And has a second effect, which is stupid. So if this card is banished, you can spell summon this card, but it gains 200 for each of your currently banished dinosaurs. Can I just say that I love it how it's like, but it gains 200 attack. And I'm like, how is that a bad thing? Why does this not say and it gains? I don't get it. So if this card is banished, you can just special summon it right away. And then it gains 200 attack for each of your currently banished dinosaur type monsters. So this thing is basically kind of like an easier summon Tyranno Infinity. Granted though, you can just normal summon Tyranno Infinity. But this thing, the reason why I say it's easier to summon is because you can summon it from anywhere so long as it gets banished. So I can freaking Goat Sarcophagus this card from my deck, it gets banished, oh hey, it comes out. Or oh hey, my opponent banishes a Necroface, banished top 5 cards of our deck. Oh hey, look at that, one of my Giant Rexes got banished, special summon it. Or oh hey, I banish this guy from my graveyard for the summoning cost of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and then oh hey, special summon him from my grave. I mean, banish him. This card is so stupid. I love it. Now, the big reason for why it's so good is because you can special summon it you don't eat up your normal summon, and then you can just go right into a rank 4 with something else. That is really, really good. This card is... I feel like it's going to be a definite 2 of in the deck, because then you're going to be able to get rid of it out of your deck. Heck, it might even be a 3 of, because you can Gold Sarcophagus it, and it's a free summon. I don't know. This card's really good, though. Next up is Space-Time Transcendence, which I'm trying to tell what the heck is going on in this artwork. Looks like baby Ceratosaurus is being hatched, and I can't tell what dino that is, but it looks like it's like it was trying to eat it, and then we got 2 more dinos back there, and then we got like a Triceratops fossil, and it's some kind of carnivore fossil. Anyway, so normal spell card: banish 2 or more dinosaur type monsters from your graveyard. Special summon 1 dinosaur type monster whose levels equals the total levels of those banished monsters from your hand or grave, but it cannot attack this turn. So this card is basically Miscellaneousaurus, but it's not as good. So Miscellaneousaurus, you banish it, any number of dinos from your grave. Special summon a dino from your deck whose level is equal to the number of dinosaurs you banished. This card, you need to banish... Okay, so you banish equal to total levels of those banished. So you gotta banish 2 or more dinosaurs, okay? And then the monster you summon has to be from your hand or graveyard. And the levels of the dinosaurs you banish must equal the level of the monster that you're summoning. That is insanely conditional. Okay, so if I want to summon out a level 8, I have to banish 2 level 4s. Okay, that's not bad. But however, if I don't have a level 8 and I still want to be able to summon like a level 4, but I only have 2 level 4s in my graveyard, I can't summon them because I got to banish both my level 4s. And then I have nothing else that equals the level of those monsters. This card really should have been banish any number of dinosaurs and then do the rest of the effect. That would have been a lot better, but even then, this card's just outclassed by Miscellaneousaurus. I like the artwork, though, if I could tell what was going on. Next up is Ultimate Evolution Pill, normal spell card. I love it how this is like the 3rd of the pill cards that, like, there was like a... Crap, I forgot what it was called, but there was like that 1 pill card that you tribute a reptile, special summon a dinosaur from your hand, and then there was Super Evolution Pill, I think is what it was called. I can't remember off the top of my head, but basically what it did was you tribute a dinosaur, and then you can normal summon dinosaurs that are high level without tributing for the next 3 turns. That card was freaking amazing back in the day, but now it's not. Anyways, so Ultimate Evolution Pill, normal spell card. You can only activate 1 of this card per turn. Banish 1 dinosaur type monster and 1 non-dino from your hand and or graveyard. Special summon a level 7 or higher dinosaur type monster from your hand or deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. So this card, they are basically tailor-making it for True King Dinosaurs, and I'm not a big fan of that, okay? So, because they require you to banish a dinosaur and a non-dinosaur from your hand or graveyard, special on a level 7 or higher. The issue with that is, if I want to play a pure dino deck, that means I'm going to have to rely on my opponent killing one of my extra deck monsters that is not a dinosaur in order to be able to use this card. So the only way that you're going to be able to effectively use this is if you are playing True King Dinosaurs. And to be frank, I don't care for True King Dinosaurs, the build at least, like the most common build that you see everywhere. So for me, this card is kind of pointless. But, however, this card is flat out amazing. And if you get rid of my own personal bias, because you can just banish any dinosaur from your hand or graveyard. So you can use, I don't know, one of your baby Cerasauruses or Pterodons, petite Pterodons. Banish one of them, banish a dead True King, and then summon out freaking Ultimate Conductor Tyranno from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. This card is flat out amazing. I just wish you could use it in pure Dino decks or decks that don't play the freaking True King build. I just don't like that. But in any case, this card is flat out amazing in every other regard. Now then, we've got a few more numbers, like 3 numbers, which is freaking awesome. About time we're getting more numbers. So, number 89, Computer Beast Diablosis. I freaking love that name. Rank 7, Dark Psychic type Xyz effect monster. 2800 attack, 1200 defense. 2 level 7 monsters. You can only use this card's 3rd effect once per turn. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, look at your opponent's extra deck, and banish 1 card from there face down. Yeah, that's not mean at all. You know, let me just look at your extra deck, banish a card from it from its face down. At the end of the battle phase, if this card destroyed a monster in battle, you can target one card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it face down. That's just so mean. I love this card. If an opponent's card is banished face down, you can activate this effect. Banish cards from the top of your opponent's deck face down equal to the number of their currently banished cards that are face down. So you can go, okay, so you exceed summon into this effect, detach, banish card from your opponent's action check. Like, just for this example, banish Utopia so they can't go into Utopia to Lightning. Battle phase, run over there. I don't know, this thing's got 2000 attack. Run over there, Stardust Dragon. Effect, banish Stardust Dragon from graveyard face down. And then use the effect to banish 2 cards from the top of their deck face down. This card is stupid. I love it. It's mean. It's so mean. I love it. And then the freaking artwork is awesome. It's just an awesome card. I love it in general. I don't know what deck I'm going to play it in, but it's a rank 7. It's generic, so just about any rank 7 deck can play it. Now, here's a card that the instant I saw, I was like, whoa. Because this artwork, I freaking love this artwork. I want this card just because of the artwork. It's awesome. That also, it makes me think of Sunless Sea, I think is what it's called. That amazing game that I haven't played very much of, but really need to get back into. But for Persona 5, just don't let me. Anyways, number 68, Phoenix Sky Prison Sandalphon. Rank 8 Dark Rock type exceeds effect monsters. Wait, monsters? That's one monster, not 2 monsters. Anyways, rank 8 Dark Rock type exceeds effect monster. That should not be there. Attack 2100, defense 2700. 2 level 8 monsters you go into. This card gains 100 attack and defense for each monster in the graveyards. Pretty good. Kind of. I mean, it can get really beefy late game. Once per turn, you can detach one exceeds material from this card. Until the end of your opponent's turn, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, monsters cannot be special summoned from the graveyard. So if you're doing against something like Heraldic Beasts, or heck, a deck that plays a crap ton of like Call to Haunteds and stuff, or heck, if you're doing against Metalfill Yangzing, because they special summon from grave a lot off of Baxia's effect, this card is just mean because they can't do anything about their graveyard. They can't summon anything from the graveyard, and then this card can't be destroyed by card effects. I really like this card, and heck, the idea of it being a prison and, you know, imprisoning the graveyard, that is really awesome. I just wish they would do a bit more for, like, maybe, oh hey, your opponent can't summon from the deck either. That'd be cool. I don't know. Next up is number 71, the Barian Shark. Yes, it is literally just a shark that is the Barian symbol. I love it. So rank 3 water dragon type exceeds effect monster. 0 attack, 2000 defense, 2 level 3 monsters. Once per turn, you can target 1 number monster in your graveyard except itself. Special summon it, and if you do, attach 1 exceeds material on this card to that summon monster. So you can bring back any number from your grave and then give it one of its exceeds materials, which is amazing concerning that neither of this card's effects require it to use its exceeds materials. And then, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can take 1 rank up magic spell card from your deck and place it on top of your deck. Okay, so we finally got a freaking way to search out rank up spells. And it's an Xyz that needs to die to get its effect. And that annoys me so much, but I like this card in every other way possible, because not only are you able to bring back dead number monsters, give them Xyz materials so they can try and use their effects at least once, but you can also search out rank ups. Granted, though, you don't get to add it directly to your hand, it puts it on top of the deck, but you can stack your deck with rank up magic the 7th one, which honestly, this card's artwork kind of looks almost exactly like rank up magic the 7th one, except this card is a dragon. And this card, I like it a lot. It's pretty cool. I can't wait to try it out in some decks. I don't know if I'm going to play it in Sharks, per se. Maybe. I can see it being useful in Sharks for being able to make the rank 5 version, rank 6 version of Abyss Splash, but I don't know. And then here's that white deck that I was talking about. So we got 3 cards for it right off the bat. White Moray, it's a level 2 water fish type effect monster. 600 attack, 200 defense. During the turn this card is normal summon, it can attack your opponent directly. I don't know why it just can't attack your opponent directly for its normal effect, but whatever. If this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can have this card be treated as a tuner until the end of this turn. That is pretty useful, just being able to turn it into a tuner and, be able to sync with it. And then, heck, you can have another copy of it, so you can normal summon one, and then summon out another from your graveyard, and then sync for 4. That is pretty useful. I like this thing a lot for that, and I can see it being really helpful for stuff. And then, of course, we're going to be getting the white Crap, what was it called? Stingray, as a freaking subscription promo, which is obnoxious because we are indeed getting the rest of the deck, but no, we don't get the guy who you tune with Moray into to make Dolphin over here. So, White Aura Dolphin, level 6, Water Fish type, Synchro Effect Monster, 2400 attack, 1000 defense, 1 tuner plus 1 more non-tuner monsters. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster opponent controls. That monster's current attack becomes half its original attack until the end of this turn. If this card is destroyed by your opponent's card, either by battle or card effect, and sent to the graveyard, you can banish one water monster from your graveyard except this card. Special summon this card, but it is treated as a tuner, which is really, really cool. So not only does it have a really nice attack halving effect, but, however, if it does die, you can just banish a water, special summon it, and that's not once per turn. Sure, it becomes treated as a tuner, but it helps you go into the boss monster. So, this card is really, really good. I really like it. I just wish the first effect was once per turn in your first turn, but even then, it's really, really helpful and really, really good. And then, heck, you can just normal summon a White Moray, and then this thing will be a tuner, synchro into this big, beautiful thing, White Aura Whale. Look at this glorious card art. I love this card. I want it just for the artwork. Screw the rest of the archetype. I want this card for the artwork. But in all seriousness, I do want to play this archetype. It looks awesome. So, level 8 Water Fish type Synchro Effect Monster, 2800 attack, 2000 defense, 1 Water Tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner water monsters. When this card is Synchro Summon, you can destroy all attack resistant monsters your opponent controls. Well then. This card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters your opponent controls during each battle phase. That seems kind of redundant concerning the first effect, but it makes sense here in a second. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. So it nukes your opponent's attack position monsters, and then it can destroy all of their defense position monsters because, of course, it can attack twice and does piercing, which is really awesome. And then it has the same effect as Dolphin, where if it dies, you can bring it back by banishing a water and then treat it as a tuner. I guess so that then it can go into a level 10, possibly. That'd be awesome. I like this idea of, oh, hey, you killed my synchro. Okay, I'm going to bring it back and then synchro up into something bigger with it. That is awesome. I like this archetype a lot. I can't wait to see what more we're going to get from it. I believe they are from the Arc V manga, considering I've seen this guy. I forget what his name is. I think it's Zero or something like that. But he looks cool. And so does this archetype. I can't wait to play it. Also, it's going to have a lot of synergy with one of the other archetypes that have been announced in V-Jump today. But before we get to that, let's start off by talking about quickly the start date for Vrains. May 10th, 2017 at 6:25 p.m. Japanese Standard Time, which I have no idea when that's going to be, and it's probably going to take a day or two for it to be translated. I'm going to call it here and cover the rest in a second part. I hate to do that to you guys, but there's a lot of material to cover, and it's going to take a little bit in this video, combined with the first one that I have to combine now. Thank you, my aunt. Is going to be a while. So guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys look forward to part 2, where I'm going to talk about the new freaking Fortress Whale card. Like, look at this thing. It's awesome. Yeah, we're getting like more water support, and that's why I think that this is gonna work well with this, and I can't wait. So anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys had enjoyed this video. Have a great day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. See you all later. Are you guys looking forward to the white deck? The good old freaking new numbers, the Dinosaur stuff, the Timelords. I know a lot of you are going to be excited for the Timelords. What are you most excited about from everything that we've covered and everything that I haven't covered yet? Have a great day. Peace out, and see you all later.